Hello, my name is Mark McKinney. I was in the railroad industry for more than 31 years. Most of that time was a locomotive engineer, but I did spend a couple of years on the track department very early in my career. Now, anybody who spent that much time on the railroad has times when they look back and they say, man, I am never going to forget that. Well, here's an example. Back in about 1980, I was the engineer and our crew was called for a train about 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, our crew consisted of the engineer, the conductor, and 2 brakemen. And back then they didn't have any of those flashing red lights on the end of the train, so we always had a caboose and the engine, of course, on the front of the train. While the conductor was getting the paperwork ready for the particular train we were taking out of Alliance, Nebraska, I told him, I says, I think I'm just going to walk up to the head end. Now, the head end of the train was only about 40 car lengths away, which is the equivalent of about a third of a mile. And at about 2 o'clock in the morning, of course, it's really dark, but this was a cloud-covered night. There wasn't any extra light from the stars and the moon, and it was really dark. Now, our train was on track 4, but there was also a train on track 3. And so then it would be necessary to walk down between track 3 and track 4. Like I say, it was really dark. Well, here, come take a walk with me. So now we're working our way to the head end of the train. But you ever have one of those feelings when you know something is just not right? All of a sudden, this big German Shepherd starts barking away, and a big hand comes down and hits the dog right on top of the head. He says, "Shut up!" I could hardly breathe. I shine my flashlight up at him. He says, "Is this train going to Chicago?" I says, "No, it's not going to Chicago. We're going north. That's not where you want to go." Well, I worked my way up to the head end, finally got up on the engine. I called up the yardmaster. I said, there's a guy on track 3 and he's got a dog. And so they sent out our local Barney Fife, and he did take him off the train. Come to find out, he was wanted in 3 states for murder. Okay, that's not true, but it could have been. Tell you what, anytime that I walk down the tracks in the middle of the night, I always remembered that particular instance. I'm going to be putting out more videos of different things that happened to me during my career. If you want to be able to be notified when they are coming out, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you again. This is Mark McKinney, out.